Yo, what is going on, everybody? My name is Ryan, aka Hero, and today is the first ever episode in the 15-part series of the anime tournament. So as you guys probably know from the announcement video, I've been working on this for a long time, and I'm pretty excited to show you guys. And today is the first ever episode, so let's hop into it. So here are the 16 contenders, and today, obviously, is round 1, Killua versus Boruto. So let me go over the rules once again real quick. I'm probably gonna do it every episode just so you guys know. So rule number 1 is there's no killing. It's a tournament. That being said, it's going to be taking place in a tournament arena with a ring out. Rule number 2, there are no massive arena breaking moves. Nothing super crazy spirit bombs or anything like that. And yeah, it's in a 1v1 setting. Easy enough, right? And as I've stated, and will probably have to continue to state, this is all headcanon, you know? There's no way I'm gonna know exactly for sure who's winning or anything like that. So don't get too mad, you know, let's just have fun. It's just my opinion, you know, obviously I'm doing research, but yeah. Also, I'm gonna ask you guys who is gonna win the next battle, which is Tanjiro versus Edward Elric. Anyone who comments correctly on this video will show up on the next video at the end. I just thought that'd be something kind of fun, just to get you guys more involved in it, because this is gonna be a series that we all enjoy together. So with that being said, if this video gets 25 likes, then I will be immediately working on the next video and uploading it as soon as possible. I'm a busy man, so please give me time. But yeah, 25 likes. Let's get it. Alright, so the first character I'll be doing a background and overview of is Killua. So he's a 14 to 15-year-old kid, weighing in at about 99 pounds, 5'2" in height. He is a natural born killer. He was born and raised into a super well-known assassin family in the Hunter x Hunter world that is feared by just about everybody in the land. Being trained by that family, we've seen Killua be able to take torture and punishment and pain very easily. Alright, so now we're going to be moving on to the physical attributes. I'll be talking about all of his feats and what makes him an amazing fighter for this tournament. So to start off, I want to say that Killua is a natural talent kind of person. He's a gifted kid. His battle sense is something almost unheard of. Being always in constant battle and assassinating people, Killua has become almost a prime model of a fighter or an assassin. Everything from his speed to his stamina to his attack potency, it's all very high, especially in his current world. Honestly, he doesn't have too many weaknesses, but I'll get into that in the pros and cons. Now, this next section, I'm going to be looking at their special powers / abilities, because as we all know, that's pretty much what is going to decide the winners. Alright, so to look at his abilities, first off, we gotta look at his abilities prior to Nen. For one, he can make his hands into claws, which at first you guys might not think is too important, but for Killua, his big thing is the fear factor. The fact that he is an assassin. Going up against a character like Boruto, who has been fighting up against very powerful characters, Killua is kind of set apart in a way. His intent to kill is something that will for sure be a problem for Boruto. Next up, we have the Rhythm Echo, which is kind of basically the bootleg Shadow Clone. Now, in that sense, Boruto does have the upper hand, but used correctly, as Killua has shown many times, it can be very effective. And lastly, we have the Snake Awakens, which is basically a move where Killua waves his hands around very fast and pretty much cuts anything that it touches. And like I said, that just adds in with the fear factor that Killua has. Alright, so now to look at his Nen ability. Killua is a transmuter, and for his power, it is electricity. Now, Killua is one of the only characters in the series to have something even similar to that, just because of his ability to withstand pain. Now, all of the torturing methods that he was trained, one of them was with a taser, with electricity. And the only way to have this Nen ability was to be tased for countless hours to really absorb the power. Now, looking at all of the moves that he can use due to this power, one of them is Lightning Palm and the other one is Thunderbolt. Now, we're gonna get into Godspeed in a second, but let's look at these two since they're kind of similar. Lightning Palm is the move where he touches somebody with his palms and they get a very powerful shock to their body. This can even sometimes paralyze weaker characters. Now, looking at Thunderbolt, it's basically his range move. He throws a Thunderbolt, very powerful of course, and it can strike a character from very far away at a very high speed. Alright, now looking at his Godspeed ability, This is where he covers his body with electricity and he is able to move at extreme speeds, the speed of lightning. Now with this is a special ability, Whirlwind. This ability is basically an auto defense and auto attack, where any moves, any attacks that come towards him, his body will automatically react, which will create something that is very difficult to handle. And that is a very controlled, high-speed movement. A lot of these characters that are in this tournament, of course, have a high speed, but most of them don't have the complete control that Killua does. And I think that's a very important piece. Alright, now it's time to go over the pros and cons of Killua. Starting off with the pros, Godspeed is a very powerful ability for Killua. He was raised by assassins, like I said, and is very intelligent and calm in combat. Massive range and attack with his lightning bolt ability, and one of the biggest factors in my opinion is the fear manipulation. Looking at his cons, Godspeed has a time limit. And I think this is a huge factor as to if he wins or loses. Now, another huge con, in my opinion, is the fact that the no killing rule exists. Killua is an assassin, like I said, and to take that away would really hinder his max output. Alright, now it is time to move on to Boruto. Alright, so Boruto is age 12, at around 4 feet 7 inches, son of the 7th Hokage, Naruto, and Hinata of the Hyuga clan. Boruto is another prodigy. Learning a form of the Rasengan in just a day, a prodigy is an understatement. Having the Uzumaki and Hyuga clan blood in him is something that we should definitely go into. Both of the families having very powerful attributes, it is clear that Boruto was set up to be a success. And we're talking about the character, not the anime. Anyways, let's go into the physical attributes of Boruto. Being a ninja from Naruto automatically means that you are pretty powerful, in terms of other animes at least. His speed, strength, and intelligence is something to be rivaled, along with durability, which also can be a pretty big factor. Now looking at his abilities slash powers. In terms of taijutsu, Boruto knows the basics of Gentle Fist, which is a form of fighting from the Hyuga clan that basically utilizes a fighting style's full potential. Looking at Boruto's jutsus, he has multiple chakra natures under his belt: lightning, air, and water. Now current to anime, Boruto can't really use any high level jutsus other than the Rasengan with those natures. But some of the jutsus that he can use include Shadow Clone Jutsu, which is relatively one of his favorite jutsus to use, just like his father's, Sexy no Jutsu, which is relatively useless in this battlefield, and the Vanishing Rasengan. This is a variant of the Rasengan, which, although is less powerful, it does have its quirks. It's a long to mid-range attack that turns invisible after a certain point of throwing it. And looking at one of Boruto's combo jutsus, the Boruto Stream, it's basically a speed-enhancing, all-out attack that is created by using the wind to increase the speed while using the electricity for the offensive. Alright, so now it's time to look at Boruto's pros and cons. Looking at his pros first, 1. He's a prodigy and son of Naruto and Hinata. 2. He has a Rasengan variant in his arsenal, multiple chakra natures, lightning, air, and water, is very fast and has high intelligence, has the God Killer mark, which current to anime doesn't provide too much of a boost, and can use Shadow Clone Jutsus. Now looking at his cons, he has a cocky nature. Being a born prodigy, he has the tendency to become very arrogant in the battlefield. And yeah, for the second con, well, we all know that. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to the stats and how they line up to each other. This is probably going to be the most controversial part in each of my videos, but I did the best that I could, so let's look into it. So on the screen, I have about 8 stats that I wanted to look over for each character. Obviously, the arrow down means that they are the weaker, arrow up means that they're stronger, and the equal sign is somewhat similar in terms of ability. Alright, so for power, it is the power output, which one has more bang to them. And for this one, it has to go to Boruto. Boruto is a ninja from Naruto, and his jutsus just do too much damage. For speed, I have this one pretty situational. So obviously speed means how fast they can move, how fast they can fight. But for this one, since Killua's Godspeed has a time limit, and Boruto's Boruto Stream is an attack, I wasn't too sure how I wanted to go about it. Obviously, Boruto's base speed is very fast, but Killua's Godspeed is around the similar level in my opinion. Now looking at overall strength, that's pretty much like lifting ability or like breaking a boulder with your fist, right? I think this one goes to Boruto. He's proven without Nen ability or without his jutsus that he is very strong. For stamina, this one also goes to Boruto. He's had very long battles that take up a lot of chakra, and it always seems like since he is an Uzumaki that he can keep going. In terms of combat ability, this one easily goes to Killua. His fighting ability, hand-to-hand combat, easily outranks Boruto. Looking at durability, this one will also go to Boruto just because of how many attacks that he can withstand without dying. Looking at intelligence, this one was also kind of rough just because they are both prodigies, but I think this one will go to Killua purely because Killua understands how fighting works. He's a battle genius at heart and was raised to understand that. And finally, we have experience, and again, this one will easily go to Killua. And that basically wraps up these stats. So now it is time for the decision for who beats who. Leave in the comments down below who you guys think is gonna win right before I give out this answer. Pause the video right here. Ready for it? It is Killua. I think Killua takes the gold for this fight. There's just too much experience and fighting ability under Killua's belt for him not to be taking this fight. There's probably going to be a lot of Boruto lovers out there that will be commenting down below, but hey, it's who I think. What do you guys think and why? Down in the description. I gave you guys all the stats, all of everything. Let's have a conversation. Now that the first fight is over, I'm going to be asking you guys who you guys think will be winning this next fight, which is Tanjiro versus Edward. Like I said, for everyone who comments it correctly at the end of the video, their comment will be shown up here around this time in the video. So yeah. Also, here are all the people who got this fight correct. Pa, boom, wow, ooh. And with that being said, I'm going to be ending off the video here. Thank you guys all for watching and supporting my content. It really does mean a lot. And hopefully you guys stay tuned for all of the upcoming fights, because honestly, I'm having a lot of fun brainstorming and thinking and doing research. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a nice day. Peace.
幸せな夢なんだ。俺は強くて、誰よりも強くて、弱い人や困っている人を助けてあげる。